member Northeast Development Commission Governing Board. One of the members includes the Director of the Humanitarian Affairs Department of the Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Alhaji Grema Ali. The President, in a letter addressed to the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, asked the Senate to confirm the appointment of the 12 nominees as members of the Governing Board of the Commission. The 5-member panel of justices of the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal in Abuja has warned against sensational comments over the tribunal's proceedings. The panel, presided over by Justice Haruna Simon Samani, also asked Stephen Ada, Bolaji Yusuf, Moses Ugo, and Abba Mohammed as members. The presiding justice explained that the panel members will alternate their appearances in dealing with the pre-hearing issues before the tribunal with the petitions of the first hearings to accommodate the petitions of the Action Alliance, Allied People Party, and the Labour Party. The petitions of the Allied People's Movement and the People's Democratic Party will be taken on Tuesday. Lead lawyers to Bola Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress, Wole Olanipekun, Atiku Abubakar of the PDP, Chris Uche, Peter Obi of the Labour Party, Levi Zogu, and the Independent National Electoral Commission, AB Mahmoud, have all pledged their cooperation with the tribunal for the speedy determination of the February 25 election. The petition jointly filed by Peter Obi and his party has INEC, Tinubu, Shetima, Kashim, and the All Progressives Congress as the respondents. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court has scheduled judgment for tomorrow afternoon in the appeal filed by former Osun State Governor Mr. Gboyega Oyetola against the election of Senator Ademola Adeleke. Mr. Oyetola is by his appeal seeking the reversal of the March 25th judgment of the Court of Appeal in Abuja, which affirmed Senator Adeleke's victory in the last governorship election in Osun State. The appeal court had, in its judgment, set aside an earlier judgment by the Osun Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which held in favor of Mr. Oyetola and sacked Senator Adeleke. A 5-member panel of the Supreme Court announced the time and date for judgment after taking arguments from lawyers to parties today. The National Youth Service Corps scheme must be celebrated for its remarkable achievement in the promotion of national unity and integration, development of education, health care delivery, social and infrastructure development through its primary assignment in the last 50 years. The Director, Southwest NYSC Area Office, Mr. Julius Amuson, stated this while declaring open the unity walk to kickstart the celebration of the NYSC scheme in Osogbo. Declaring the unity walk open, Mr. Amuson said the contributions of the NYSC scheme to national growth and development cannot be overemphasized, reiterating that the scheme have consistently been training and modifying Nigerian youth positively for 5 decades. He added that the NYSC is not just celebrating 50 years of selfless service to humanity, noting that the scheme is committed and dedicated to nation building as well as developmental strides in all national spheres. Earlier in his remarks, the NYSC State Coordinator, Mr. Agbo Udoma, appreciated individuals and corporate bodies as well as governments and all stakeholders for their unflinching support for the progress of the NYSC scheme over the years. Members of the Hausa community in Iforulu have reassured Governor Ademola Adeleke and the People's Democratic Party in Osun State of their unflinching support at all times. The Hausa community gave the assurance during a special prayer organized by the group for the victory of the governor at the Supreme Court. The Hausa community in the Iforulu local government area of the state, joined by leaders of the group in different parts of the state, converged on the Sago Hausa Central Mosque in Ifon to seek divine intervention in the legal battle at the Supreme Court. Explaining the motive behind the gathering, the Osun State PDP Hausa Community Chairman, Mr. Ado Garba, stated that the Hausa State appreciates the numerous developmental projects Governor Ademola Adeleke has embarked upon since the inception of his administration without discrimination. He maintains that the governor has proven that he can be trusted to paddle the affairs of the state. Hence, the reason the Hausa community is making a supplication for Allah to see the mandate given to him by the people. Speaking in the same vein, the Sheriki Hausa in Ifon-Olulu, Alhaji Sulaiman Sabo, noted that the special prayer organized for the success of Governor Adeleke at the Supreme Court has been an ongoing event, adding that they believe in the efficacy of prayer. The National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control is soliciting the cooperation of stakeholders and the general public to rid the country of hazardous pesticides. The agency's Director General, Professor Mojishola Adeyeye, said this in a statement issued to newsmen by his resident media consultant, Mr. Olushayo Akintola in Abuja. According to her, pesticides are applied both indoors and outdoors for the management of pests, vector-borne diseases, and for crop protection. Adeyeye said pesticides are sometimes impregnated in textiles, paints, carpets, and treated wood to control pests and fungi. She stated that NAFDAC would collaborate with research institutes in the conduct of research and scientific data generation on pesticides to enable the agency make evidence-based decisions and policies. She also said NAFDAC will also intensify post-marketing surveillance nationwide, adding that there will be continual sensitization and education of relevant stakeholders on the safe and responsible use of pesticides. The need for journalists to be professional in the discharge of their duties has been emphasized. The veteran journalist Eda Sunday Odedele gave the charge while featuring on Osbc Weekly Current Affairs program Egbeyewo in commemoration of World Press Freedom Day. Eda Odedele, who retired as the station manager Osbc New Dawn Television Ibukun, described press freedom as the freedom of expression and safety of journalists, maintained that major challenges facing media practitioners in Nigeria is lack of proper enumerations. He noted that journalists in Nigeria have maintained a remarkable level of hard work and resilience, which have continued to play important roles in promoting transparency, accountability, and good governance. He, however, bemoaned the activities of those whom he described as social media journalists who use the platform to spread misinformation to the public. And now to sports story. Nigerian international Victor Osimhen has become the highest scoring African in Serie A history after netting Napoli's only goal in their 1-0 win over Fiorentina at the Diego Maradona Stadium. Osimhen saw one penalty save before scoring another as the champions marked their Scudetto celebrations amid a carnival atmosphere. The goal was the 24-year-old 23rd league of the season and is 47th in the league since his move in 2020. Osimhen's 47th goal in Serie A was also his first from the penalty spot. The Napoli striker claimed a slice of history with his game-winning strike, surpassing Weah, who scored 46 goals to become the highest scoring African player in Italian top flight history. And now to to foreign story. The United States National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has met Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and reviewed significant progress in Yemen peace efforts. On a trip aimed at bolstering strained ties with Riyadh, Sullivan also held joint talks with the Crown Prince, the United Arab Emirates National Security Advisor Sheikh Tamim bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and India's National Security Advisor Ajit Doval to advance their shared vision of a more secure and prosperous Middle East region interconnected with India and the world. Sullivan's meeting came after a period in which U.S.-Saudi ties have been damaged by oil production cuts by Saudi-led OPEC and the 2018 killing of Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The White House, in a statement, said he reviewed significant progress in talks to further consolidate the now 15-month-long truce in Yemen and welcomed ongoing UN-led efforts to bring the war to a close, as well as covering a range of other issues. That ends the news on Osbc TV. Join us at 7 for the major reports. Good evening.